The Donkey Prince by Angela Carter. While sitting in the forest, a queen came across a donkey. The donkey asked for her apple, however, she was unable to give it to him because it was a gift from her father and allowed her to remain beautiful and healthy. The donkey then informed the queen of the troubles that had been committed against him and his people by the king. The queen, feeling terrible, decided that she wanted to help out the donkey and his people. The donkey took the queen back to his people, where the parliament then gave the queen a prophecy where she would raise one of the donkeys as her own child and make him be prince. By raising him as prince, a prophecy would be fulfilled to allow the donkey and the rest of the brown people of the hills to return back to their human form. The queen happily agreed to raise the donkey as her own and vowed to make him prince and return back to the kingdom. In the kingdom, the prince grew up and lived a happy life. Everyone in the kingdom, including the king, happily accepted him as their son. One day, the queen lost her apple and fell very ill and lost all of her looks. The king was very upset and gathered doctors and surgeons from all across the world to try to help her, however nothing seemed to work. The prince set out on a journey to find the apple in order to help his cherished mother. While on his journey, the prince met a small peasant girl named Daisy. She decided she would like to join the prince and left with him. One morning while enjoying breakfast, Prince Bruno and Daisy came across a wild man named Hlotchki. He was very frightening, and the prince and Daisy were very afraid of him. The prince then told him of his plan, and Hlotchki decided that he would help them. As they reached the Savage Mountains, they met a bunch of wild children and wild men. Hlotchki's cousin Klaj had found the apple and refused to give it away. He told Daisy that she needed to astonish him in order for him to give it up. Daisy proceeded to juggle, and a flock of birds flew over and dropped rubies from the sky. Klaj was so ecstatic that he decided to give Daisy the apple as he agreed. However, being the terrible man he was, he changed his mind and decided that he wanted to keep the apple after all. Prince Bruno, Daisy, and Hlotchki all ran out as they tried to escape death that was thrown upon them. The Savage Mountains were burning, and wild men and women were all chasing after them as they tried to receive the apple that was taken. All three of them tried to cross the river that no man could cross. They began to fear for their death. Out of nowhere, the King of the West appeared on a boat and saved three of them. He retrieved the apple from Bruno, which allowed the queen to turn back to her beautiful state. A mist then appeared, which showed them the future. Bruno was seen in his human form holding hands with Daisy, as Hlotchki was at his side as his groomsman. Everyone then lived back happily as they once were. But this all happened long ago, in another country, and nothing is the same now, of course.
Created using Powtoon.